and welcome to another edition of Mornin Troops. I'm Aaron McDonald, and today we have a packed show for you today with two guests who will be discussing with me the rise of Battle Royale video games. But first, over to Aidan Blackie with today's headlines.
Good morning, and welcome to today's headlines from around the world. Jeremy Corbyn repeats his calls for MPs to have a meaningful vote on the final Brexit deal. Meanwhile, Shadow Foreign Secretary Emily Thornberry said that if 90% of people were calling for another vote, it would present a challenge for all of us who are Democrats. But as things stand, the UK is leaving the EU. Labour and the Conservatives have said that the 2016 vote to leave the EU should be honoured. Some in the pro-EU campaign want another referendum before the UK leaves the EU, which is due to happen in March 2019. Panic broke out on a passenger jet when it skidded off the runway at a Turkish airport and plunged down the side of a cliff overlooking the sea. The Pegasus Airlines Boeing 737 had flown from Ankara and landed at Trabzon on the Black Sea coast late on Saturday evening. Everyone on board was evacuated safely and no injuries amongst the 162 passengers plus crew were reported. The cause of the accident is being investigated, said Governor Youssel Youssouf. Pictures show the jet lying nose down on a muddy slope just metres from the water's edge. The first panda cub to be born in France has made its public debut 5 months after its birth. Yongming, which means making a dream come true in Chinese, is the star attraction at Bouville Zoo in central France. Visitors travel from all over the country to catch a first glimpse of the cub on Saturday. Brigitte Macron, the wife of the French president, named him in December. One visitor from the Paris region told the AFP news agency, "We felt we took a part in a historic moment." That's all for today. Back to Aaron in the studio.
Thank you, Aidan. We're off for a short break now. When we come back, I'll be joined by my two studio guests discussing the rise of Battle Royale video games. Don't go away.
I wish that I had known in that first minute we met the unbearable that I owe you.
Welcome back. I'm joined by my two guests, Finlay and Aidan. Welcome to you both. First off, what's your opinion on these games? PUBG and Fortnite, I think they're called.
Yeah, I think those games kind of surprised me personally. I didn't expect them to come in with such, like PUBG was like the big one, and I didn't expect it to come in with such, with all the praise and hype it did. Like I knew it was coming out and everything. I was kind of just like, yeah, it's another game. But then started looking into it and like, this game's actually really big. Everyone's, head over heels for it. I have played it and it seems pretty good from what I've played from it so far.
Okay. What about you, Aidan?
Yeah, I enjoy them. There's never a game that's the same on them, whereas like some games you can play and there's only one map, so you're just doing repetitive stuff, but the map's so big. On, say, for PUBG, the map's so big, so you'll drop in, you'll land at one station in the game will go completely different to another game you'll play. So I think that's maybe what's keeping people hooked on them for so long. Whereas Fortnite, the map's a bit smaller and stuff, so it's not as expansive.
Fair enough. So could you tell us what a Battle Royale game actually is then?
So Battle Royale sort of game is sort of like the Hunger Games in the movie. It's pretty much, you're pretty much in a plane and you jump out whenever you feel like onto this map. And there will also be 100 other players on the map. And basically your mission in the game is pretty much to survive. You can team up with friends and stuff, so you could do like, a 2-player squad or more, and you'll all be a team. But basically the goal is just to survive. So you drop in, you have to go look for supplies, see what you can find, and just basically survive till the end.
So the two main battle royale games are Fortnite and PUBG. Is there any other games that are like there, or are they two just the main two focus?
There is some other ones, but you can obviously get them on mobile devices and stuff, and they kind of steal from both of the games, but they're not as big. There's and obviously there's places that have private servers for their own battle royale games, but PUBG and Fortnite are the two ones drawn in the most players. I think PUBG it came out on PC first, and it's big there, but then it came out on Xbox, and this week it hit 3 million players on Xbox, so that's quite a big milestone for it.
Not bad. So could you just tell me which ones do you prefer then?
For me personally, it's PUBG. I haven't played Fortnite very much, so it's definitely PUBG. I've had quite a good few games on that, and I play that more with my friends and everything as well, so I feel like getting a lot more out of it. When you're online with your friends and you got a good game going on and just a laugh, it's a lot of fun,
And PUBG as well. It immerses you more because it's more realistic, whereas Fortnite you're running about and you're this 6 foot tall person with purple hair, and it takes you out of the experience, and it's a better laugh with your friends.
So is Fortnite more of the aimed at the younger folk, or is it
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah,
more customization and all that?
It's got dabbing and stuff in it. It's that's what you
Physics
associate with the
defining and all
youth
that,
of today.
Fair enough. So there was some controversy going on about the two games. So what do you think of PUBG suing Fortnite for copyright? Sorry, that's all we've got time for. We're going to have to cut that question off here. But thanks you to our two studio guests, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.